Maine Senator Susan Collins is about to face her next major spotlight. For months, the Trump administration and, at first, Elon Musk's Doge have unilaterally cut federal government services that Congress had authorized and that Congress had appropriated the money with which to operate. The executive branch is required by law to spend the money as Congress intended, unless Congress changes its mind by July 18th. That process is called a rescission, and as chair of the Senate Appropriations Committee, it puts Maine Senator Susan Collins right in the middle of it. Congress, as the branch of government closest to the people, gets to decide what programs and departments exist and get funding, and then the executive branch has to implement the will of Congress. But that is obviously not how things have worked these last 6 months. And so this fight over rescissions isn't just about federal spending or about whether PEPFAR should continue to exist to save lives, or if public radio and TV stations, if they perform a public service. It's actually about whether Congress wants to preserve its own power, its own decision-making, its own authority. We just saw the U.S. Supreme Court voluntarily abdicate some of the powers of the judicial branch to the president. So this rescission request is actually a question of whether Congress will do the same and abdicate some of its power to the president as well. Senator Collins, of course, won't make that decision unilaterally, but she does have significant power to shape the direction it goes. She told a reporter for Politico that she was considering, quote, drafting an alternative package of rescissions. What would be in that package, we don't know. But if that's where Senator Collins' negotiation is starting, that means she's trying to find a way to say yes to the president for herself and the other, quote unquote, moderate senators, rather than a way to say no. Senator Collins has said publicly that she opposes the cuts the president is making to PEPFAR and to PBS, but is okay with rescinding funding for NPR. So we'll see.